Caroline Ellison has been sentenced to 24 months in prison for her role in the $8 billion FTX fraud. This was despite her cooperation with the feds and agreeing to testify against her ex-boyfriend, and despite prosecutors asking for no prison time. The judge, Lewis Kaplan, praised Ellison's cooperation with federal prosecutors, saying that there had been no inconsistencies in her testimony and that he hadn't seen a cooperator quite like her in his 30 years as a judge. He also agreed that Ellison was extremely remorseful and had been vulnerable due to her romantic relationship with Sam Bankman Fried. However, he also said that the case was too serious and that there could not be a get-out-of-jail-free card. Ellison must report to jail on or after November 7, 2024. The judge recommended that she be sent to a minimum security facility near her family in Boston. While many legal experts had speculated that Ellison would receive no prison time, the judge had already surprised the public by giving another FTX executive, Ryan Salem, more prison time than prosecutors had asked for. Salem had also pleaded guilty, but unlike Ellison and FTX executives Gary Wang and Nishat Singh, Salem chose not to testify against Bankman Fried. Prosecutors asked for Salem to be sentenced to 5 to 7 years. Judge Kaplan sentenced him to 7.5 years. Similarly, prosecutors had asked for Caroline to receive 3 years of supervised release and no prison time, but the judge sentenced her more harshly. Some legal experts have expressed concern that the sentence will discourage potential future cooperators. Ellison's sentence also means that the other FTX executives who chose to cooperate with the feds are likely to also face prison sentences. Nishat Singh will be sentenced on October 30, while Gary Wang will be sentenced on November 20th. Ellison was the CEO of trading firm Alameda Research, Sam Bankman-Fried's other company. She was also SBF's secret on-and-off girlfriend. SBF illegally used FTX customer money for investments and for lavish personal spending. He also allowed Alameda to illegally trade with FTX customer deposits. After Ellison and Sam Bankman-Fried broke up, Ellison stopped speaking to him and ignored his advice to hedge certain bets, advice that would have protected them during a crypto downturn. As a result, she lost billions of dollars of FTX customer funds through bad trades. Bankman-Fried then decided to use even more FTX customer funds to pay off Alameda's lenders rather than allow the company to go bankrupt. A run on the bank exposed that $8 billion worth of customer funds were missing, and their fraud was revealed. After the scandal was exposed, Ellison agreed to testify against her ex-boyfriend in exchange for leniency. She was the star witness in his case, spending 3 days on the stand. SBF was eventually sentenced to 25 years in prison. Federal prosecutors had asked for Ellison to receive a lenient sentence, citing her extraordinary cooperation. Ellison's lawyers argued that SBF and Ellison's on-and-off romantic relationship left her in his thrall and described the relationship as toxic. The romance-obsessed Caroline Ellison, a Jane Austen and Taylor Swift superfan, was known to have notoriously low self-esteem regarding her romantic relationships and was upset that SBF decided to keep their relationship a secret. At one point, as SBF became more and more famous, he was invited to the Met Gala. Ellison begged him to take her with him. He refused, saying that he didn't want to be seen in public with her. While SBF claimed that he wanted to keep their relationship secret because it would look bad if the public knew that he was dating the CEO of his other company, Ellison constantly worried that he kept the relationship secret because she wasn't impressive enough. As FTX collapsed, SBF told Ellison that the situation they were in was all her fault, causing her to break down in tears. He continued to intimidate her even after he was arrested, leaking pages of her private diaries to the press, and scoffing and laughing so much while she was on the stand during his trial that the prosecutors accused him of witness intimidation and the judge ordered him to stop. During the sentencing, the judge agreed with prosecutors that Ellison's relationship with Sam Bankman-Fried had affected her actions and decision-making. He called Bankman-Fried her kryptonite and said, "You were vulnerable and you were exploited." SBF wasn't the only one who blamed the collapse of FTX on Caroline. Ryan Salem, the FTX executive who was sentenced to 7.5 years, has tweeted fervently against Caroline, saying that her performance on the stand deserved an Emmy and arguing that she was even more guilty than Bankman Fried. Since FTX collapsed, Ellison has kept herself busy with volunteer work, plus she has written a Bridgerton-style romance novel set in Edwardian England. She found a new supportive boyfriend whom one of her friends, in a character letter, described as a vast improvement over Sam Bankman-Fried. She has also done more than 700 hours of volunteer work, such as teaching adult literacy classes and fostering rescue dogs. Ellison, a math prodigy and Stanford graduate, also helped her MIT professor parents write a math enrichment textbook for advanced high school students. She has struggled to find a paying job since the scandal. After securing a position helping low-income families file tax returns, she was asked to leave after just 2 weeks when her employer realized who she was. It appears that her good works and her cooperation were not enough, however, to spare Ellison from prison. To learn more about Caroline Ellison and her role in the FTX scandal, check out our deep dive and see why it's a bad idea to put your 26-year-old romance-obsessed secret girlfriend in charge of your multi-billion-dollar trading firm. It's my favorite video on this channel. I find Caroline Ellison to be both absolutely fascinating and absolutely frustrating at the same time. Also check out the related video on Sam Bankman-Fried, a man who completely messed up a ridiculously profitable company that some people thought could make him a trillionaire, all due to greed, political ambition, and the ultimately fatal decision to mix business and romance. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let us know in the comments if you thought Caroline's 2-year sentence was fair, too lenient, or too harsh.